Hello, my name's Chris, this is Blue Kraken Gaming, and welcome back to Satisfactory, where if you are enjoying the series, I would ask that you please consider leaving a like, a comment or a subscription. Any or all help the channel grow and they help get it out in front of other people, so thank you very much to those of you that do that. Now, in our last episode, we laid down all of these refineries, and off camera, purely because I did not think you guys would want 2 episodes for me doing it, I've run around and I've set all of the recipes to copper sheets, and I have run power through them exactly how we were doing it on the ones below. So I don't think that means you guys are going to have missed anything, because like I say, it's exactly how we were doing it below. Now today what we're going to be working on is I'm basically calling it the injector system that I'm going to be using for getting all of these out. So now I've got to remember what I did with the maths on these. So here we've got, these ones are rows of 10. Okay, so you guys are going to be making 375 a minute times 2. So that was a 750 line. Okay. Yes, and from memory, these were 2 sets of 11. Yes. With half of that, so it was 16 times whatever that was, 37.5. So it was 37.5 times 16, which was, 600. So I've then got 2 rows of 600. Okay. Up here, you want 22.5 per minute. So let's pick the first line. So we've got 600 divided by 22.5. That's going to cope with 26.66. So it's going to deal with 2 of those. No, that's a set of 11. Okay, yeah, it's still going to deal with two banks. So what we're going to do with this is we are, because that's our input, this time we're going to have you merging in this direction. So we're going to lay this out. No, because you guys all need to be splitters. Right. So you are going to be a splitter. In fact, that needs to be a splitter as well, thinking about it. I've got myself all in a rush. Right. So let's have you coming up like that and going out in that direction. And then, yeah, you're going to go like this. So we're just going to lay all this around. And I've had a lot of nice comments about this particular build in that a lot of people are like, well, you're never going to need copper sheets again. This is going to give you so many copper sheets. You'll never have to worry about it. I appreciate that. And I hope that's true. But, you know, at this point, I'm basically saying challenge accepted. Let's see if we can actually burn through all of them, because it feels like that might be a thing that happens, which would be fun if it does. Actually, this is where you guys appreciate all this, from what I understand and all the comments I've had, because I haven't thought any of this through other than, you know, just the rough maths on how I'm going to do it. But no, I want to take that. Thank you. But what we're going to need to do, thinking about it, is we're going to need to run the water in here as well, which is going to be fun. Now, one of the bits that someone mentioned is that the lifts I was looking at, actually I didn't need to take those out at all, did I? The lifts I'm looking at are 3 of these high. So as long as I do these as stacks of 3, then I should be all good. So I'm just throwing these down. Right, there we go. And then we'll take out the two underneath. So that would then mean the lifts aren't going to be, you know, the stubby lifts that we've got on the floor below. So I'm just trying out different building techniques. And we're going to have a lot more clearance for the pipes. There it is. There we go. Just trying to make sure I have the input facing the right way, because it changes as you go up, which is always fun. Right, and then we can cut away the bottom two for each of them. Though if this doesn't work, I probably will use the stubby lifts. I'm also thinking, am I too close for these to avoid clipping? And I think I might be too close. In fact, I'm pretty sure that's too close. Lift one. Yep. Yeah, that clips in. Right, okay, so I'm going to make a cut here because all I need to do is shuffle these over, and I'm not going to make you guys watch that because that's just mean. But you get the thought process. So I will see you guys in a couple of moments. Okay, right, here we are. They're all shuffled over. So we should be good now. I know it's clipping in slightly, but I don't want to go over any more than that. Because, hang on, why have you done that? Why have you all done that? How have you not realised you're meant to be going in there? Blimey. Right. Come on, you. There we go. So yeah, I don't really want to move them over any more than that. Because if I do, I worry I'm not going to have enough room for the outputs on the other side. So we're just running that down like that. Cool. And then we can run these belts back. Like so. Cool. Okay. Fine. So we then repeat this on the next set. So then we're bringing that along like so. Right, now, I looked at this. So this is halfway on the foundation, and it's just over a half foundation. So it's one tick over, so it's that one there that we need. So that is how I did it, and I also realised that if I start with the bottom one with it facing away from me, you can see the orange arrow away. As it spins round, it means the top one's actually then facing in the right direction, which has made this faster to do this part, which is nice. We can get that going quite a bit more quickly. I mean, arguably I could... No, there is no arguably about this. I could have blueprinted all of this, refineries included, but I didn't because I had no idea what shape it was going to be in by the time we actually got to it, which is why I hadn't done the blueprints, because I hadn't worked out how we were going to do this. I knew I needed the copper, I knew we needed the water, so I had an idea of where, but I hadn't planned out the shape or the size, and so yeah, it's all very worked out on the fly. Right, now you need to go top down. Good. I can see I've got the little line there. The reason I'm going top down is if I go bottom up, if you look at the top, where they're going into or coming out of the splitters. You can see I've got the little bit of like corrugated belt there, and that's just because that's where it's forced the spacing, so it's clipping in on the bottom, but you can't see the corrugation on the bottom because it's technically clipping slightly. Oh, lighting changed. Technically clipping slightly inside the building. So if you were to go bottom to top, it'd still work, but you'd have the corrugation at the bottom, because that's where it picked the spacing from. And I kind of want it at the top. That's how I want it to work. So, ooh, there we go. That's that done. So then we come to our third, and you're in the same place. So there's the middle, there's over one. Right, where is there's our line. You need to be a splitter. Yes. I want a splitter here. Let's pick the right thing. Right. There we go. And then we just repeat this process. There we go. Now the way I'm planning to work this, because I'm not going to load balance all the gubbins downstairs. That's just not going to happen. So the plan, before we get to this third row, is to inject more copper into the manifold. Right, okay. Right, let's cut those away. Not hide behind those wires, because that's gonna accidentally get caught. Oh, there's the autosave. Which is taking longer and longer. This is getting to a clunky file. Right, okay. So now I need to put all these in. There we go. Right. So, then you're going there, and you're going here. Okay. So, at this point, we've got two banks. So we've then got, so that's going to do 22, so that's going to do 26.666. So if we have, right, just going to move forwards from this so I can work it out. So we've then got 600 minus 22.5 times 22, because that's how many we've got. Right, and then I can clear that because we don't need that anymore. So that means we're going to have 105 left when we inject the next 600 in, which is fine because this belt will carry all of that. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a merger here. And what we'll then do is, yeah, because this one comes out further, doesn't it? So let's make it the same just to make life easy there. Right, and then we'll just drop down. Right, so we're going to have, because you are right in the middle of that, aren't you? Yep, like that. And then if we grab a Mark 5 and we go up, oh, it's just that bit too far over. Oh wow, it is really going to be to the edge. Okay, let's grab that Mark 5, put you in there like that. No, why are you not taking that floor hole? What if we send this down like that? You're going to take it that way round? Yes. Okay. So that's going to send up some here. We will then come up in line like that. And then I'd really like... Right. 1, 2. To come up like that. And round like that. So that's going to feed round like that. And then... over here... we are going to inject another set. Right, so you are coming out like this now. Like that. You're going to go straight in there. And then we'll grab you. Do that. And we want to bring you, I don't know, along the ceiling to like here. We'll grab this, send this up to here, and voila. So that's now going to inject another 600 to replenish this line at this point here. Other than the fact that's not straight, so that bothers me. Right. You get the idea there, though. Right, let's actually put that properly in line. Right, okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's now straight. Take that down. And then again, we can just put that in like that. There we go. So it does that injector. So that's how I'm planning to do the injection system, because that will keep everything then fed. So we've then got, it was what, 705 coming through here. So that's going to feed that. So we've got then 105. So we've got 105 divided by 22.5. No, it's 705. So that's now going to do 31. So that's now going to cover 1, 2, 3. And then we'll re-inject before we do those last 3. And that's basically how I'm planning to do the injection. So let's get the next bit going. Yeah, that's in the wrong place. I didn't actually check that. There we go. Right, so you're there. So you need to be 1 over. Cool. And then we can just run this out again in the same way. And that should keep everything fully stocked, which I'm pleased with. There we go. Cool. So just while we're chopping and doing a bit of rinse and repeating, I just wanted to say thank you to everyone that did all of the comments last week when I was talking about sort of some of the things I was considering for the development of the channel and what videos to do next and trying to reinvigorate. That feedback was really, really helpful, and I just want to say a big thank you to everyone that actually put a comment in on that. There were a couple of people that requested a few bits and pieces, and I have discussed the idea with Lauren about doing some co-op stuff together. She's in the background. You might hear her there. We did talk about doing Ark. We actually are also considering doing a replay of something that we've played together off camera, which we absolutely loved the first time we did it, and we think it's been long enough that we've forgotten how it works, so it'd hopefully be an interesting watch. But we really enjoyed playing a game called It Takes Two, which is a fantastic game, and if you've not played it, I would recommend it. The only catch with it, and it's why it's so good, in I'm going to say our opinion, is it requires 2 players. You cannot play it on your own. It is not an optional multiplayer game, it is a mandatory multiplayer game, and you have to work together to solve all the puzzles, which is why we're saying we hope it's been long enough, because we want to make sure we've forgotten the puzzles. But that's something we are considering doing, because we think it'll be fun. But yeah. Oh, hang on, that's a merger. That's the wrong one again. There we go. Cool. Yeah, so that's something we're thinking about, because we think that'd be entertaining, watching the two of us, argue, trying to solve puzzles together.
We fall off frequently.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, again, if you can hear Lauren was saying falling off the platforms frequently, because it is a bit of a platformer as well. But like I say, it was one that we absolutely adored when we played it. And it's actually, I'm going to say an indirect sequel to a different game. Basically, the same company did another game called, I think it was called A Way Out. And in that one, it requires 2 players. That's what it was designed for. But in that one, you're playing basically a pair of prisoners that are escaping prison. And again, you have to work together and solve all the puzzles and figure out the way to do it. And they're brilliant games. If you've got someone to sit and play them, do so. And they enable couch co-op, which is something very rare these days. You don't often get the ability to sit next to the person you're playing with and work it out together. So yeah, do give it a go, and also let me know whether that's actually something you're interested in. Would a playthrough of It Takes Two with the pair of us be something that you'd find entertaining, or is it just like the concept of the game an interesting one that you've never heard of and you'd like to see how it plays? Because like I say, we are happy to do that, because yeah, we definitely want to give it a replay and we think it's been long enough. So, yeah, just a little channel update there for you. Other than that, I'm really pleased with how the channel is developing. We are getting closer and closer to 500 subs. So, again, kind of question on that front. Is there any kind of celebratory thing you'd like to see for 500 subs? Do you want me to do like a special silly one-off video type thing? Would you want a live stream? What would you want to do in celebration of us getting to 500 subs? Because I'm not super close. I think at the time I'm recording this, I've got like 114 I need to get done, or 114 more subs. But like I say, it's getting closer. So what is it you guys would like to see around that side? Because I mean, ultimately, don't get me wrong, I do this for me because I enjoy making content. But part of that is because I enjoy interacting with you guys. And with that, for you guys to enjoy the content, to want to interact with me, it's got to be content you want. So let me know what you think would be fun for that. And yeah, generally just take part. The Discord has been getting a bit more chatty, which I'm really pleased with. So don't forget, we do have the Discord. You can take part in there. We have people starting to upload blueprints for Satisfactory into our blueprints channel, so that you can sort of see and download and share ideas with each other. The only requirement or request I've put in there is that people do actually screenshot what their blueprint does, so that people know what it is they're downloading. Because I think that's a fair thing to do, so that you actually know what you're getting into. But yeah, that's really cool. I'm really pleased to see that going on. It's got some Stellaris talk, which is amazing. I'm really pleased to see that happening. So overall, I'm just like really happy with how stuff's going at the moment. I'm really pleased seeing everything keep kind of growing. And I mean, the support from you guys, just all the support in the comments is great. I love it. Like I say, loving the interactions, but everyone's been very, very supportive, which is kind of humbling, really, considering, you know, I'm going to say some random bloke that just, I'm not special, I'm not famous, I'm just a guy making content, sticking it out on the internet for other people to hopefully enjoy. And I find it really humbling, a lot of the positive comments and stuff that comes from everyone. So yeah, just a big heartfelt thank you on that. Right, okay, so this is feeding 1 bank, 2 bank, 3 bank. So this, hang on. Yeah, 1 bank. Hang on. Right, so you're feeding those 2 banks there. Fine. And then we've got you feeding 1 bank, 2 bank, 3 bank. Yeah, so this is bank 4. So this is where it needs the next injection. It's because of how I've lined it up and made it look. Right, so what I'm going to do is effectively that. So I can then try and snap it and have it lined up like that, because I want this one in the middle to make sure that it's in the right place. Right, so you are doing that. Go on. I'll sort that in a minute. Right. And then you are coming out to here. Getting a lift in. Lovely. No, that's too high. Right. There you go. That's better. Okay. Oh, we got yet another autosave. Right, and then... Whoa! Right, again we'll do that. Grab you. Yeah, that looks right. And then you're going up to there. And you're going in. No, why is that? Oh, because I've done it in the wrong place. That'll do it. Right. Okay. So you're going to do that. So then you're going to go in. Actually, let's make sure that that's lined up first. Okay, so you can't actually get there. God bless ceiling bounce, eh? Such a great addition to the game. Right, so you're now going to inject up there like this. I mean, I know this is all backed up already, but there we go. So that does that injection. And then we've just got to do the last, what is it? 2 banks. Easy. And then all of that copper is being supplied, which I think will be a big moment for us. Okay. But I'm going to finish this bit off camera because, you know, you've watched me do this enough as it is, and well, there's going to be no difference. Is that 3? Yeah, that's 3. Yeah, there's going to be no difference for these last few runs. So I'm just going to get on with this off camera. So, as usual, likes, comments, subscriptions, they all help the channel grow. They help get it out in front of other people. So thank you very much to those of you that do that. It's very much appreciated. Thank you very much to my patrons. Please don't forget that as patrons, you do gain access to the save files for both this and Stranded Deep, so you can explore those worlds at your leisure. But other than that, thank you all very much for joining me today. I hope you have a great day, and I will catch you all next time.